Hi, Hildy. Thanks. Okay, so I've updated. I'll put this back up to the Dropbox, and you can just download it from there or sync from there. I love that part of it. Makes it really easy. Okay, now the question, not a question, but you had a question about finding a little frustrating when you're having a library component in the page, and I'll explain what I suggest you do and maybe even why I do it. And I've got this buried in our tutorial somewhere. But when you have a component that has multiple screens, such as these boxes here, where there's 4 boxes on the page at one time, and then it rotates to another series of boxes on the page and whatnot. It's very hard to edit in the actual web page itself. So in other words, the component is embedded into the index page, right? And if we have a little look-see right here, trying to edit it and find all the information in a page, it gets a little bit, it's hard to do. It's hard to see because there's so much code in the page, right? There it is right there. You could edit this just like you normally would, but we find that if you put it into a library page like this, it just makes things a little simpler because you have images and then you have, text, and it's a little bit more accessible, if you want to call it that. And I'm going to turn off the visual aids because we don't really need them. We just want to change the text and whatnot. Anyways, what I suggest you do is this. When you're editing any sort of a library page, always keep this page open until you've previewed the page that it goes into in your web browsers. In other words, the info box carousel goes into the index page. So always have a copy of the index page open in a browser. Okay, you go in and you make your changes. Let's just say here I want to change a hyperlink. So you select the text right here. Okay, all you actually have to do is put your cursor on this here. The link is down here. You use the point to file tool, go and drag it onto a page or type the link in. Okay, and what that'll do is it will actually update the entire link for you. So you don't have to scrub over the whole thing. You just have to put your cursor on it, and then the link tool is available down here. You make your changes, okay, and then you save. So let's just save the page, right? And the first thing I do is I'm going to close down the index page here right now. Okay, see a little asterisk? That means it needs updating and saving. So I'm just going to close it. Do you want to save changes? Yes. And all I do is I go right back to my browser and I hit the refresh button. And then I go, okay, here's the learn more link, and it's going to my about page. Perfect, so it works. Okay, and then I go back and I keep the index page open while I'm working on any item or library item that is being used. So if I had a component that was being used in another page, I'd have that page open in my browser, and I go back and forth and just make the changes that way. Typically in any environment where you don't have a visual view like WordPress or actually pretty much Dreamweaver and Expression Web are the only two editors out there that even have a design view, kind of like that working with Microsoft Word view, I call it. But that's what you do. That's what I suggest you do. Keep the page open. Keep your library page open. Have another page where that library page is being used open in your browser, and you just go back and you refresh it. And when everything works, when you've tested it and it works out the way you want it to work out, then you can close down your LBI page. Okay, but keep that open until everything's worked out the way you want it to work out.